Hey guys, it's Kerri-Ann and I'm back today with a studio tour. So I don't know if you've had a look at some of my other videos recently, but I have moved my art space inside of my shop at Devon Art Supplies, 30 Queen Street in Seaton. So now I have my art desk inside the shop just because I was working on my own quite a lot and the studio wasn't convenient for me to be able to keep an eye on the shop and also be able to paint at the same time. So what I've done is I've set up in the corner which used to be a kitchenette. So at the back there you'll be able to see the kitchenette. You see the ladder that we use to get up high on the shop to get all the bits down. Then in the background you'll see some of my framed artwork. So I work in quite an illustrative style. I work with watercolour, brush show and pigments, and then I add a fine liner layer over the top. So that's the sort of main mediums that I use, but then as you'll see at the back there I've got a lot more mediums. So the card you can see there is from one of my very favourite artists called Ali, and that's just a bit of inspiration, a bit of sunshine there to keep me smiling. I love to have that one just next to me. And then you can see lots of the things that I use regularly. So I've got palettes there, brush cases, brushes, I've got my main watercolour palette. The little dish there that I use for the water is actually my Nana, who passed away a couple of years ago. It was a plant pot that she used to have in her conservatory that used to sparkle every time I used to visit her. And I kept that and I use it as a water pot now. Hopefully it brings me luck when I'm painting. So yeah, lots of palettes, lots of different, the Daniel Smith card that you can see at the back there, that's the watercolour Daniel Smith tester card. Ignore the sink, it's a right old mess at the moment because I've been propagating some of the cacti and things. So the poorly cacti has just been put there in the studio as well. The picture you can see there is just a work in progress. It's the base layer of watercolour with some of the fine liner going over it, but it needs a lot more work, so it's just a tester piece at the moment. And then here you can see my brushes, my watercolour tins. You can see my watercolours in the tubes there. Obviously I set my own into the half pans and pans. Then I've got my fine liners, oil pastels. I've got some of the other watercolour sets that I regularly test out. One of the inks that I've been using in pieces I've been working on. There's even Gelatos there, a couple of staplers for some of the different things. Some of the acrylics that I use quite regularly. There's gems. Ecoline pens, which I've done some reviews on, which I absolutely love these Ecoline pens. So if you want to look at how I got on with those, then have a look through at the videos. And there's just some spray inks and various other bits of paper that I use for tester pieces hidden behind there. Inside the cupboards is mostly bits and pieces that I use for teaching. And then I've got at the top there more storage space for acrylics, my flower presses are up there, and my table easels up there as well. So yeah, so this is the space that I'm currently working in. As I say, it's right on site at Devon Art Supplies, so you can visit when we come out of lockdown. I'll be here painting. Thanks for watching, guys. If you've got any questions about my new art space, do get in touch. Bye.